Thank you so much, Steve. Well, you may not know this, but September is National Alcohol and Recovery Month. And this morning we're going to talk about an event to highlight those people in recovery. It is called Strut for Society. It's a lunch and fashion show to benefit an organization called A New Path. That's Parents for Addiction Treatment and Healing. And joining me this morning to talk about all of this is Gretchen Bergman, founder of New Path, and our two models in recovery. We have Reggie Washington, looking very dapper, Reggie, and Krista Oliver. My Julia Roberts. Doesn't she look like Julia Roberts? She's so cute. Hey, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Gretchen, if we will, let's start with you. What progress is being made with regard to alcoholism?
Well, I think there's much greater awareness now because there are a lot of efforts for people to speak out and say, you know, there are people in all walks of life in recovery now. And the more that we get this sort of out of the closet, like it's a deep, dark secret, it's actually alcoholism, drug addiction is a disease, and it's a treatable disease. And so what we work on is to reduce the stigma, and I think more and more people are speaking out. My two sons are drug addicts in recovery, and I think it's important that I speak up as a parent and say, this is a disease they have, they need supportive services, they need therapeutic policies rather than punitive policies. We have to reduce all the roadblocks to long-term recovery.
Okay, and Reggie, you're one of those people in recovery. Tell us a little bit about your story. Long-term recovery, okay.
Yes, I've been clean and sober for over a decade now. And a lot of the beginnings, you know, I had to deal with like self-esteem issues. I didn't really love myself, and that led me to get involved in drugs and things like that. And, you know, today I'm happy to say that, you know what, being able to work with Gretchen and speak to kids about the tremendous asset that just talking to someone gives them. I'm also working with a program called the AWARE program, where I actually work with kids who are having drug issues and experimenting with drugs and things like that. So I try to work in the schools and try to keep them from getting along that path that I took.
I'm sure they can identify. We're looking at pictures right now of the fashion show from last year's.
And it's Strut for Sobriety.
Strut for
Sobriety.
Sobriety. What did I call it?
Society, but it works.
Oh.
It works.
There you go. Hey, Krista, what's your story?
Well,
Other than the fact you look like Julia Roberts to me.
actually, my father was in recovery for 23 years and was a role model for me. And 7 years ago, it was time that I quit drinking myself, and it was the best decision I ever made. My life is way better.
Krista's actually a real model in real life, but we have models in recovery along with professional models, and she just happens to be both. And my goddaughter.
And she sings.
And she sings.
So you are a multi-talented young lady. So, and you're going to be singing at the fashion show that'll be next week to raise money for A New Path.
For A New Path and the efforts to reduce the stigma.
And you know, it's a lot of fun, but it's also a very emotional luncheon.
Isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah, you'll laugh, you'll cry. It's very, very meaningful. And there's a lot of theater involved, singing, dancing.
And for more information about the event, purchase tickets and so forth, I guess you can go to our website, nbcsandiego.com.
Or you can call 619-670-1184 for ticket information. It's going to be right here at the Weston Gas Lamp. And we're going to have a walk around, right around your building, by the way, right afterwards as we rally for recovery after the event.
Reggie, if I go to you, I'll get in trouble, so make it quick.
Okay, one last thing, let's not forget that everything that we're wearing is being sponsored by Macy's.
Oh, thank you very
So
much.
I just want to let you guys know that the suit that we're wearing and the clothes that we have on today is Macy's, and that's what's going to be sponsored for us.
It's great when businesses get involved. Thank you all very, very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hope to see you there.
You will see me there.
See you there.
You will see me there. All right. With that, Steve, we'll toss it back inside to you.
All right, Roy.